All right, we are live.
Hey, everyone. Welcome. We've got an amazing training for you today, all about personal branding.
Yay, we're so excited to have you guys here. So, first of all, guys, if you are joining us live, go ahead and drop in where you're joining us from. And if you are watching the replay, go ahead and hit hashtag replay. I am looking for it on my phone here because I'm not seeing people pop on. Oh, wait, I'm starting to see. Hang on.
I'll look too.
Let's see here. Whoops, that's not going. Hang on, guys. Give us just a second. I'm not seeing it on my Facebook here. All right, here's my group. Where are we? Where are we?
Yep, we're live.
We're live. Okay. Oh, there we go. Hey, Emery. All right. Thanks for hopping on. Here comes everybody. It just took a little bit. Deborah, if you're not hearing it, that might be on your end. I would just maybe check and make sure the volume on your computer's not muted unless someone else tells us they can't hear us. Hey, Connie, thanks for hopping on. And Deborah, where are you from? I know we've got a few Canadians in the house here. All right. I'm just looking here. All right, guys. So today we're going to be talking about how to build a rock solid plan brand to really help you build your business. And okay, it says Connie can hear. And Deborah, welcome from Buffalo, New York. I'm actually from upstate New York myself.
Yeah, we're
So,
almost neighbors, Deborah. I used to live in Niagara Falls.
yeah, it's like the Northeast is like on the call today.
Yeah, totally. So,
So,
guys, if you've ever thought about building a personal brand, but really didn't know where to start, then today's training is perfect timing for you. And it's interesting. I had a conversation with someone last week who was in the network marketing industry, and she was in a company where a lot of changes were happening, and she was starting to look at different options. And it really made her nervous to leave her company because she thought she would lose everything that she had. However, in reality, all we really have is our personal brand that we build. So things can happen in your life and your company. And if you're building a strong personal brand, you can take that anywhere you go and never skip a beat. So important to be building your brand on social media, especially in changing times.
yeah. And Ruth, that's such a great point. I remember when you and I first started getting into this space, and I remember talking to someone who'd been branding themselves for a long time, and she made a pretty big switch between companies, didn't think she ever would, but did. And because she had an email list, because she had built this brand, because people knew who she was, when she put something out there about going, she had so many people who followed. And it wasn't even people who were already with her. These were just other people because they wanted to join her where she was. So there's so many great things about building this brand.
Yeah, and so important if you're serious about building a sustainable business. So I'm going to be the screen sharer today.
All right. So we
We
are going
have
to dive in.
presentation here for you guys.
All
Share
right. So, guys, again, if you are joining us live, go ahead and drop in where you're joining us from. If you're watching the replay, give us a hashtag replay. All right. And we are diving in.
oh, here we go. All right, and let's go over here and let's get rolling.
All right. All right, guys. So, like we said, we're going to teach you how to build a solid brand and skyrocket your business. We're going to show you the benefits of doing something like this. And great. I see we got more people hopping on too.
Awesome. So, in case we haven't met, if you're new to this group, I'm Ruth, that's Trish. And we've been in network marketing a combined 25 plus years. It's probably closer to 30 now. We build entirely online using social media. We teach branding to our team, and we're teaching branding to you today. We are both double comma marketing coaches. We feel mentally and physically on fire. We take care of ourselves. We're both girl moms. We've got lovely daughters. And in the past couple of years, we've coached over 3,000 struggling network marketers to teach them about branding and teach them really how to build their business in the online space. And I got to tell you, the timing couldn't have been better because of the world we're living in today. Now things are starting to open up, but there was about a year and a half where we were so thankful that we had built in the online space. We're both six-figure income earners in the network marketing industry and super passionate about helping people achieve their dreams.
And Ruth, that is such a great point, because when all this started and people all of a sudden panicked and were forced to go online, we already had everything in place. And I remember people were just dying for more information. So, definitely a great place to be in right now. So, guys, this training is for you if you've been told that you need a personal brand, but we're left confused going, what in the world does that actually mean? Right? Because a lot of times people just don't understand at first. And I get it. I didn't either. Right? This is also for you if you've ever thought that you could find rock star recruits by posting about your products and opportunity. There's a better way. We're going to show you how to do that. And also, if you are confused about who your target market might be and why knowing that is a foundation to a great content and marketing strategy, this training is also right for you. So, hopefully, you guys are all in the right place today.
So here's a couple of tips before we really get rolling into the content. Be present, take notes. I like to tell people take notes and make notes, right? Take notes for yourself and make notes so that you can teach this to people. Turn off your cell phone, your social media, your TV, any distractions. Ask questions and engage. So use the comment section if you have questions as we go along. And as always, stay awesome and positive.
Love it. All right. So, guys, how we got here, right? We were in network marketing for years doing things the traditional way, which, by the way, it does work, right? But it can really lead to massive burnout. And that's what it did for us. After a few months, most of our friends and family, they quit. And we had to start a cold market prospecting and really buying lists, attending meetings, doing all these things we didn't want to do, like prospecting at malls. I used to do that every single day. I don't miss that at all. Coffee meetings, home meetings, like we did it all. And for the most part, we dreaded the task of talking to strangers, but we did it because that's what we had to do. On social media, it's totally different. And you're going to learn more about that. We wanted a home based business that we actually built from home, because before I'm like, oh, great, I own my own business, but I was never home. I was always out prospecting somewhere or holding a meeting somewhere. We were enrolling with zero duplication, which means no growth, and we're always backfilling. Now, think about it. If you're teaching people to go do all these really uncomfortable things, how many people do you really think are going to do them? Right? It doesn't duplicate. So we felt that, we were like white noise on social media, because the only engagement that we were getting were people from our companies, or maybe my mom, if I was lucky, I would get her posts or commenting. But, when you're building on social media and there's millions of people who are out there, you want to get some real engagement, not just people on your team, right? So cold market prospects were skeptical of us because they didn't know us. Think about that. We've really got to build that know, like, and trust. And our businesses started moving backwards, which meant our dreams were just starting to slip away. And it was frustrating because we had put so much time and effort into everything we were doing. And to watch it start to slip away was just really depressing. First of all, if you've ever felt like any of these guys, drop a yes below. All right. So we started looking at professional ways to build using the internet, because after all, we are professionals, right? We're not doing, some of us are doing this for a little extra money, and that's okay. There's always people at different levels. For Ruth and I, we were building to be professionals. We were leaving, corporate jobs of being CPAs, and really wanted something that would replace that.
So we decided that we needed to go where the people are. And basically, it's social media, Facebook, Instagram, Messenger have billions of people on them. And now TikTok has billions of people on them. So we decided to go where the people are and where the people are hanging out.
So oh, go ahead. Sorry, it paused.
Oh, did it? Okay. Over there. Can you see the screen, Trish?
Yeah. Yep. So we posted all about our products on social media with links to our company's replicated site, right? Nobody bought, by the way. We shared all types of videos about our company's products on our personal feed. Nobody commented, liked, did anything. We changed the name of our employer to on social media to be our network marketing company's name. So we just told everybody what we were doing. We put it out there. And this is the one I'm probably the most embarrassed about is we started spamming other people's groups with our products and opportunity. And really doing the hey girl messages. I got to add that in because I can't even tell you how many thousands of hey girl messages I sent out. And that, yeah, it just makes me just want to put my head down in shame.
And I did them all too. So here's actually what ended up happening. Some of our friends actually unfriended us. They were sick and tired of seeing our product posts and our spammy business posts. We got negative comments from people about the industry being a scam, a pyramid. And it was really discouraging because that's not what it is. Very few people bought our products and no one wanted to join us, like zero. We became spammers. We were officially Spamela Anderson, and we didn't even know it. We thought we were doing the right stuff, and we just kept doing it because we didn't know anything different. We didn't know any better way of doing it. We got totally frustrated. At some points, we felt like quitting. And I think we stopped really because we didn't want to give up on our dreams. We knew there had to be a better way.
Absolutely. So, guys, if this is you at all, go ahead and drop us a two below. All right. Perfect. So we knew there had to be a better way. And we really put our thinking caps together. And that's when we realized that real businesses really don't do marketing by making lists of friends and family, right? They don't. Now, granted, that is, where your warm market is and you can get some people, but you can't have that as your only marketing option, right? You need to have something different. We also learned the hard way that posting countless pics of our products didn't result in a ton of sales and certainly wasn't the way to attract team members. We went in search of a better way and discovered a professional way to attract the right kind of people to use or attract the right people to us using social media and the exact same people who were looking to join an opportunity, right? And since then, we have built multiple streams of income, ranked to top ranks in our network marketing company, and created six-figure businesses from the comfort of our home. And isn't that what we're really all after anyway? Right, guys? If that is what you are after, drop us some hearts. All right. Give us some hearts.
And I love that last statement, Trish, because in my first network marketing opportunity, which I built a large business there, I used to do hotel meetings and I would have to drive an hour and a half each way to and from the hotel, sometimes trying to pick up guests along the way so that I made sure they were in my car and got there. And half the time, I went to one lady's door and she wouldn't even come out of the house. Like crazy things happen. So, using social media the right way, you don't have to do that stuff anymore.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That
But
is so true.
But here's what happened along the way. We saw countless network marketers trying to build on social media. A lot of them were still spammers. They're still putting up pictures of their products over and over and over again, posting and praying that someone would buy, right? Some were trying to apply principles and steps to attract a downline through automation, but they were failing. These people had bought programs, courses, trainings. They were left confused. Some of them were left having to think they had to have big ad budgets, and they were failing, right? And worst of all, they weren't getting any results from them. They were confused, overwhelmed, and just not moving forward.
So we decided to step in because as we were coaching people and hearing this over and over and over, we knew there was a better way because we had found it and we just wanted more people to know how to do it the right way. So, with the knowledge we had gained and the results we created for ourselves and others, we decided to start teaching the real deal. And that's really what got us out here because 97% of network marketers fail in the industry. And most of it's a lack of information, lack of training, lack of belief that they actually can do this because they get so focused on what's happened in the past and don't realize there actually can be a better way to do it. So we taught the real steps and processes required to build a business using social media and attract a downline enthusiastic entrepreneurs. Like, how many of you would like to have a team of people who actually wanted to build a business, right? As opposed to someone who signs up and goes into the witness protection program as soon as you sign them up, because that's what used to happen to us. And we know it happens to so many people. So we really share the real and simple steps to creating a personal brand that attracted rockstar entrepreneurs to us so that you can go out and do the same thing.
So I just want you to imagine this scenario that you're focusing on a social media platform, you're creating a personal brand, you're putting out some value, which we're going to talk about, and you literally have more leads than you have time to deal with. You have hundreds, if not thousands, of people reaching out to you, asking you about your opportunity. How would that feel? What would that do for your business if that happened to you? It's possible. So since then, we have been, it's crazy. We've been asked to speak on stages, be guests on podcasts, coach at large events. Um, every day on social media, people reach out and they want to take a look. And 9 times out of 10, they say yes, because they reached out to us. We didn't chase, right? They were the right people. They were looking for something. And the best part is that the people applying these principles, our team members, our coaching clients, and the people who have followed our courses and trainings, they're seeing the same results. And we love that because it means we're making an impact and people in the industry are finally winning. They're not just spinning their wheels.
I love that. So you're probably asking yourself, what in the world is the big deal about branding, right? Like, what does this even do? But think about this, guys. It's the way that businesses are actually built, right? Think about Apple, North Face, Mercedes Benz, Samsung, right? Like all these different brands that are out there, you know them for their products. You know them because they have built a brand. They're known for something specific, right? So it's building a brand is going to showcase what you stand for, the value you offer, and what you are known for. And so, just like with those brands, when you can start branding yourself, people are going to know what it is that they can get from you, what kind of value you're going to provide to them. If they've got a problem with this thing, they know that you could have a solution for it, right? Depending on how you brand yourself. The other thing is it's going to build know, like, and trust. Like, think about this when you go to a grocery store, even how many of you buy the same laundry detergent every single time, right? How many of you buy, the same brand of even crackers? I mean, seriously, it gets down to little things like that. How many of you build the same brand, right? If that is you, drop me below. And the reason for that is you have come to know the brand, right? You know the brand, you like the brand, obviously, and you trust that you know what you're going to get every single time with that. So it makes your decision very easy. And you're probably skeptical to go try something else because you know you like this one particular thing. And that's what can start happening when you build your brand too, because you're going to become top of mind when people are looking for what it is that you have.
So we're going to give you the 5 golden rules to creating your own rockstar personal brand on social media, a brand that's going to attract your perfect prospect, have them reach out to you and say, "Hey, what is it that you're doing? I'm interested."
So, golden rule number 1 is to have focus. All right. So, keeping your message focused on your target demographic, it's going to make it that much easier to both create content around your personal brand and have others define you. Right. So, knowing what it is that what problem you want to solve for people, and, keeping that message really focused on that target and not all over the place is going to help you, because if you're posting about different things every single day, people are never going to really know what it is you're for, right? So keeping your message and content consistent to one niche, right? That one niche topic is going to become memorable with the targeted community, right? So Ruth and I really help other network marketers with their branding. We help other network marketers who are struggling online. People know that's what we do, right? So the narrower and more focused your brand is, the easier it is for people to remember who you are. Maybe you're a health coach. Maybe you're known for giving people weight loss tips. There's so many different things that you could have, but it's really getting people to know exactly who you are and what you represent.
Here's golden rule number 2, and I can't tell you how important this is. Be genuine, right? Don't try and be someone else. Be yourself. Be genuine. There's a super easy way to have an original personal brand. And that means being genuine and authentic, being yourself, showing up as you, right? And when I say show up as you times two. And that's something that I personally have to really do every single day. I'm an introvert. If you brought me into a room full of people at a party, I'd be that girl in the corner sipping on my drink. So you have to kind of push yourself to show up with more energy, be you times two, but still be you. It's easy to be an introvert on social media and have a successful brand. And I'm living proof of that because I am an introvert. But it's possible when you show up as you authentically, give value, be that valuable resource for people, and just show up with a little more energy.
That is so true, Ruth, is because I'm an introvert too. People don't tend to believe that, but when we go places, like it takes effort to come out of that shell and go do things. So guys, trust me, you don't have to be this loud, boisterous person to stand out on social media.
So if you're an introvert, guys like us, drop an introvert in the comments. We want to give some love to those introverts out there.
So, golden rule number 3 is to tell a story. All right. So, the most effective personal branding strategy these days is to build a true narrative. Single character monologues are boring, right? And even more boring for your personal brand. No one wants to hear you shout out about your brand into the social media void. So, create a story around your brand that the audience can engage with, right? Get people to start to fall in love with you, get people to know you, like you, trust you by sharing your stories, right? Think about that. You can be sharing a funny recruiting story. You can be sharing a travel story, how your daily method of operation changed and why it changed. You can share your health journey. There's so many different things that you can be sharing, but think about it. When someone's telling you a story, if you really listen to somebody teach or train, they're not just giving you information, right? They're sharing that story around it. And it's that story that draws people in. It's that story that's really that hook that's going to get people wanting more information from you, that want to follow you more, that when you put another post out, they're going to want to see what exactly it is that you've got. And that's going to allow to really build that know, like, and trust with you and want to really join you in this business, even if they haven't met you in person yet, because they're going to feel like they've met you in person.
And I love this rule, Trish, because it's certainly something that impacted our businesses a lot when we really
Yeah.
started telling stories as opposed to just talking about features and benefits.
Yes.
The thing that happens with stories is when you tell a story, your viewers of your videos or the people reading your posts will see a little bit of themselves in that story. And that's going to allow them to connect with you, to feel like you have something in common. And that's the beginning of trust. So stories are so, so important. Okay, golden rule number 4. You guys are going to love this. Some of you are going to hate it. Consistency. So being consistent is similar to having a narrow focus, okay? So having a narrow focus means you show up consistently with the same kind of content. Consistent means you show up with consistency. You show up every day on social media with something, right? Because when you're consistent, it really allows people to view you as someone who's serious about their business, who's serious about giving value. But if you disappear for days or weeks or months, it's literally like starting from ground zero. So consistency, particularly on social media, is super, super important in brand building.
Yeah. So, so true. Golden rule number 5, guys, is to be okay with failing at first. Okay. This is a big one because nobody likes to fail at anything, especially if you're an overachiever. You don't like to fail, right? You like to do things, you like to stand out. Well, I've got news for you. To have success in this business, you're going to have to be okay with failing. And I can tell you that for months, even when Ruth and I were putting our systems in place, there were things that didn't work. It was okay. We had to test them to find out if they were going to work. So failure can be tough. And all of us, like I said, we want to avoid it. We don't want it because it's human nature. But to build that personal brand that rises above the rest, you need to have failure. And more importantly, you need to learn from it. So we really evaluate our stuff a lot to see what's working, what's not working, what can we change, because that's how you're going to learn how to change your content. Um, and learning how to do things a little bit differently if it's not working. And the thing is, guys, you'll never achieve the best branding until you fail a couple of times while pushing past your comfort zone, right? That's the only way you're going to get good, is to first fail. And so I tell people all the time, like, fail really fast. Like, just fall on your face as many times as you can, because that means you're moving forward. You really are. You're making progress if you're doing that. The other thing is it's going to allow you to be a little more vulnerable with your audience, right? If you're perfect all the time, they're not perfect. They're going to be like, I can't be like that person, right? So they need to be able to see some failures that you have too. So the very best brands always come from repeated trial and error, mistakes and failures, and not from instant perfection. And I can tell you, Ruth, we did not have instant perfection, did we?
No, we still don't have perfection.
No, we don't. And that's the
No.
thing, guys. Be okay with it. Be okay with not having any perfection. And yeah, rip the bandage off for sure. But I can tell you, if you were to go to my business page and watch my first video, my welcome video on my page, I've never changed it. I did it over 3 years ago, and I know it's not good. But you know what? I've left it there so people can see the growth, so people can see where I was and where I am, because there's a big difference. And when you can see that growth, you can feel that it's possible for you.
Yeah. And guys, if you're hesitating about your brand and you think it has to be perfect and it has to be, completely designed and figured out, just get started, because your brand is going to evolve over time as you step into becoming more successful in the industry. As you start stepping into leadership roles in network marketing, your brand will evolve. So just know that it's a constant evolution, and the most important thing is to start and let that evolution happen. So, if you're still not sure where to start with creating your personal brand, comment strategy in our comments, and one of our team members will get back to you to book a free 15-minute clarity session for you. And, you know, I had a mentor when I first started building my business online. I know you did too, Trish.
Yeah,
Sometimes just having someone who's already walked the path and walked the road help give you clarity, will give you enough confidence to make that first step. So don't be shy, don't be scared to book a call. Just book a call and get some clarity around what it is that you're building your brand around.
absolutely. So, guys, that's what we've got for you here today. I hope this has been helpful in some way. If it has, drop us some value, or drop us a value below. And obviously, we'll be back next week with some more tips and strategies for you on building your business. And always go back to some of our older trainings too. Just know, like last week, we did one on, finishing out the year strong. So just know we've got several trainings in here that you guys can watch. And we're excited to meet some of you. So if you truly need some help, drop us a strategy. And one, like we said, one of our team members will get back to you.
Have an amazing day, guys. Thank you for joining in. We appreciate you, and we'll be back again next week. Bye for now.
Bye.